Hey everyone, how you doing? Imran from Squadron. Hope you're all okay. I wish I hadn't gone live right now. I wish I'd gone live in 5 minutes. Just realised I have to do something. I'll hopefully not let it bother me. So something I was meant to do, and now it's just come to my mind that I was meant to do. I got my new toy that arrived yesterday. I'm still getting used to it. Is the DJI? Got to get it out of this case. It's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Pretty neat device. Built-in gimbal and all of that, face tracking and all of this wonderful stuff. Um, I'm still getting used to it. I actually hate it because the quality of the footage is not as good as what I thought. But then I feel like it's because I'm inside. I need to test it outside. Inside quality is pretty appalling. You get quite a bit of noise on it, so it's not the best quality just yet. But I do need to put it through its paces a bit to test it out. Just turn it off there. When you get a new device and everyone raves about it, and you've always kind of wanted it. I've actually wanted this for the best part of a year. Let me just get my chat on. So if anyone has said hello and I've not said hello back, it's because I haven't actually got the chat open. Let me get the chat open so I know what comments are coming in, because it's very rude of me not to do that. So let me get the chat open. So you want something, you get it, and then you realize, actually, is it actually as good as what you thought? And so far, I'm not convinced. So far, I'm literally like, right, if by tomorrow I've not cracked how to make this work really, really well, I'm going to return it. I've got a bit fed up of using my mobile phone on a stabilizing gimbal device kind of thing, because I've realized that I'm not liking it when you're walking around and you're holding your phone. I'm a little bit conscious, that people, especially if you're in like let's say you find a cafe and you decide, oh, this is a good place to do a bit of an impromptu video talking about WordPress or something, or my life. And then you got to get your phone out and put that on and all of this stuff. And I feel like you're kind of inviting. Oh, is it low today? Hold on, mate. Is it low today? Um, right. Let me just check. Is it low? Yes, you're right. Thank you for letting me know. Sometimes, what happens is, okay, sometimes, uh, I never understand why. Sometimes, for some bizarre reason, the volume goes down to like half of what it should be. Like it goes to 50%. I never quite understand why. Thank you for letting me know, Mario. Thanks for that. And hopefully that will feed through okay. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Hope you're okay as well. Hey, Sod. So obviously got this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Um, I have found that even when I had the window open, there was loads of light. I had that window open, loads of light. It just was not. The quality was quite poor. Like I was like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So I've obviously got to work out what I need to do with this device. It's in its protective case at the moment, but I need to know what to do with this device. And I'll be really like annoyed if I suddenly realize that it's not as good as what I thought and I now need to return it. Hey Pancho, hope you're okay. It's been a busy week. Busy week with some client work, and had to new client who wants a new project, old client that wants changes, and then there was some revisions on the website. Um, Loads of ideas for videos, and there were a few videos I actually did this week that are coming out next week, which were actually as a result of questions people asked me. So someone, hey Tower Kanga, so someone hired me for a one-to-one consultation. We had the one-to-one, everything was great, and they had a question, and I had an idea of what they needed to do, but I felt like I bet there's a better way to do this, a more methodical way. So I tried a slightly different way, and that video comes out on Monday. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's just another way of introducing custom taxonomy for your WordPress post to be used to replace your author profile, bio profile. And I'm sure this has been done before, but I feel like this really neat, methodical way using the ACF plugin, Advanced Custom Fields, for free, and then showing all of those taxonomy fields on the front end when you go to your single post template for free with an extra little code snippet just to pull those fields over is so brilliant. Because what they said, and I know other people have done this, what they use is they'll either use a repeater field or not. They don't always have to use a repeater field on ACF, but they will use dynamic OO. So a lot of people, what they do is they use dynamic OO to get it over. Now, I've already done videos on how to bring over ACF fields into your text editor. I've done that. But this time I wanted to pull over text and WYSIWYG text and images over into your single post template without using dynamic OO. So the cost to you is your page builder, because ACF you can get for free. Code snippets you can get for free. The code is free. It just, I don't know. I always find, right, okay, I'm one of these people where I feel like if I can work it out and crack it and find a free way to do something, I don't care what plugin or tool is upset. Because at the end of the day, they will have found a way to do what they do and then they monetize it. Well, great, you're allowed to monetize it. Everyone should have the authority to monetize if you can. But if someone then turns up and goes, well, you can do it for free, here you go, and it's legal and you're not breaking any rules or anything, that's life, isn't it? At the end of the day, it is life. Because it's for me, it's like if a company suddenly showed up and said, you know what, for free, we're going to give everyone 2 gigabytes, 2 gig download and upload broadband internet infinity speed, right? For free. There's no catch, there's no sign up, everyone gets it for free. No one's going to go, oh, I'm going to stick with my company now. No, you're not. You'll just go and use the free version. So, new video coming out on Monday. So it should be good. I need to find someone who's an expert in this device that lives locally. I need to find someone. You know, I need to find someone because so far I have not been impressed. DJI Osmo, OSMO, Pocket Free. Go and look it up. You'll see it being used so much by influencers and content creators. And people go on and on and on and on and on about the quality of it. I am not impressed. Like, seriously, I am not impressed at all. I'm telling you now, my son's old iPhone X is better quality in the way it works and stuff like that. So either I'm doing something wrong, or maybe because I'm not sponsored by the company, right? And I'm not got an affiliate commission link for it. Maybe I'm just being honest, brutally honest. I don't know. Oh, that tracker, I'm willing to pay for a plugin if it makes the job a lot easier. Absolutely. Do you know what? Absolutely. Brinky, how you doing, everyone? And the reason I've not been live this week is because I've just been really flat out busy with stuff. And even when recording the videos, I tend to do them towards the end of the day now because I've been so busy. And that then meant I couldn't go live. You know, I like to go live when I know I'm on top of everything and I've hit all the milestones I wanted to hit for today. And there's nothing in the shadows lurking that's going to hit me hard if I don't deal with it today. So this week's been not a good week. I'm still waiting to get some idea of when Elementor will get their version 4 finally out. You know, I keep trying to go, how can I plan it? How can I plan it so that I have a load of videos coming out? At the moment, I've got videos scheduled until January the 26th. So what, 4 months ahead? Is that right? November, December, October, November, December. Yeah, nearly four months worth of videos scheduled. And what I worry about is that, say, January, okay, or November, version 4 is finally out, everything complete, right? The full thing. And now I've got to revisit so many videos I've done before. Okay, how do we do this? How do we do that? And obviously I'll have to redo the Elementor course. Have many of you noticed these kind of microphones? Have many of you noticed these kind of microphones people use? It's the DJI Mic 2. It comes with the Creator Combo Cap. Do you see a lot of people wearing these kind of microphones, right? Obviously, they might have it like this. Let me just take this, the Wind Cat Fur Gap. Whoa, come on, zoom in. Not zooming in very well. There you go, right? This is not as good as what people make out either. This is not that good. It's quite appalling. When you use this, it's mono. Now, if anyone understands sound and audio, you want stereo as a minimum. Mono is so old-fashioned and very flat. It's like mono. It's monotone, right? Stereo, you want the whole, you know, if there's sound traveling like that, you want that. This, it's not that good. I mean, it's to be used with the Osmo, right? Pocket Free. It's for use with that. I wouldn't use it for any other reason, but I was expecting a lot more from it. And like when I ordered this, right, and it said 2 days for delivery, I was like, oh, can't wait, got it, ooh. And now I've used it, you know, it's not all that. It really isn't. Mike uses the Rode Wireless Pro. It's great. Yeah, that is a good one. You're right, Old Fat Trucker. It will come out, right, when I least want it to come out. So I actually turn off the noise reduction. I have found that noise reduction can overprocess your voice. So let me explain. Right now, I'm talking via the microphone. There's no noise cancellation going on. This is as natural as it can sound, even though it's traveling through the microphone and then over the airwaves, internet to you guys. When you have noise cancellation on, it can, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it can make your voice a bit tinny, a little bit like, you will get like, deeps and then peaks. You know, you get this little bit. And also the noise reduction can sometimes clip. So let's say you're talking, you got a deep voice. It's sometimes, if there's a bit of a hum or a bit of reverberation in your voice as you're saying a certain word or the way you're talking, it can sometimes clip that. So you get this like, it's not a sound, it's not even a dampening, but it's like it overcompensates way too much. Now, if you're in a really noisy place, you want that. You need it. But if you're just walking around the streets, whatever, noise reduction, some people have it on by default. Don't. If you don't need it, don't put it on. Yep. Good. Yep. I mean, I think I need to find someone who lives locally and I can just say, right, let's test this out. All I want is half an hour of your time. How do we improve the visual quality? How do we improve the visual quality? Because I am not impressed so far. Really, 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 I am not impressed. That being said, a lot of the people that tend to do videos with these, they are either in very well lit rooms or they're outside. Very rarely do I see someone do it in a room like this where all of my lights are off, all of the natural light is blocked off by blackout blinds or curtains, right? And then my only source of light are these two lights up here. I've got my key light here, which is currently at about 70% brightness, right? It's actually quite a bit back, okay, quite a bit back. And then I've got my fill light over here, which is a little bit closer, but that's only at about 20% light, just to stop too many harsh shadows appearing on my face over here. And if I made this any brighter, can you see that little reflection just on my head over here? Down there, that glare? That glare would just like go super bright if I didn't get rid of that, if I had it any brighter. So the joys of content creating. If any of you ever decide to do content creating, you will forever be critical of your audio, your video quality, your lighting, reverberation, everything. You are never satisfied. I don't think I've ever been proper satisfied. And I keep waiting for that moment where I go, yes, I'm happy now. I just ain't there. Hey, Quaver Love, how you doing? Hope you're okay. So keep a lookout next week. Got some good videos coming out on the Mondays and the following week and the following week after that. I mentioned this in last week's live chat. I really do need to review a lot of old videos. I had a brief look on the weekend at some videos that I did 2 or 3 years ago, and they are well overdue. But I also need to somehow find the time to do some really long videos. Well, not long, but like some beefier tutorial videos. What I have found is that I'm trying to cram a lot in each day, and I will do what you will have seen a lot of 5-minute, 10-minute videos from me recently on tutorials. There's the odd 15-minute one, but usually 5-10 minutes. And that's because I hit it hard, hit record on, got things all set up, got my screens ready, and then I just go in, record, and I might not get it fully right, but I'll just record it, edit it, get it out there. And that's because I'm trying to get lots of stuff done within half an hour. The amount of time it takes to edit is dependent on how good the recording went. But I'm trying to, within half an hour, set up, hit record, boom, 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 maybe do another video, boom, 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 and then that's it, done. Then jump onto other stuff. And I'm finding that because of that, when you're juggling a lot, I'm not doing beefier tutorials, and I really do need to get back to that. Not because I have to, not because anyone's told me to, but one of the great ways that new people find you is when you say, I'm going to create this entire page, or I'm going to do this entire hero banner, or what do you need to take into account when you're building your header or your footer or the elemental settings and stuff like that. Because a lot of you will be watching because you've watched previous stuff and you stuck around, or you've joined the live chats and maybe you've never watched any video, but you've watched like videos from me every now and again. They're coming out, okay? You won't watch all of them, but you will watch some, I hope, probably all of them. I don't know. And you will connect and you will like it, okay? And then yeah, you will connect and you will like it, and then you stick around. But new people might see a video, like a 5-minute video, but the chances of them sticking around, I find from experience as well and talking to people, is low. Whereas people where you have like a full-blown one-page tutorial, they really like that kind of thing. And that can make them stick around a bit more. So I just have to, you always have to think about your equipment. You always have to think about your content creation. And if you are a content creator and a web designer, and you work in other areas and other stuff as well, you have so many different hats you have to put on, and like personas, and it can get complicated. Mike says you can try a hair light, like hide it behind you to light up. Yeah, I mean, I am still thinking about doing that actually, up over there, just above the plant, somewhere over up there, just up there, and have that kind of hit me down that side of my head. I have been thinking about that, but I do need to just go and try get a bit more. So if anyone knows a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 expert in Leicester, let me know. If not, then you don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll find someone, and I'll even pay them for their time as well, just to go over the settings, as long as they don't bullshit me. Do you find though that when you do buy like new equipment, I mean, I definitely do this so much now, right? So much. Leicester, 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 or Syston, Syston in the UK. Do you find though that when you do buy like a new computer or a new laptop sometimes, or a new bit of tech, you go and watch videos on YouTube, you know, when people unpack it and then they go through the settings, do this, do this. Do you do that? I do. What's been annoying about the DJI is nearly everyone has different settings. And I always find that if I watch videos and I tend to find there's a common pattern, people are always going for this and this and this, you then kind of go, right, that's the balance. That's the status quo. I can deviate if I want, but let's just get the status quo dialed in. When you watch lots and lots of videos, 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, half-an-hour videos, and they're all doing different things, and when they explain what they're doing, it contradicts what someone else said. And then they say, I do this, and it contradicts again. Like, how many of you understand ISO? So on this camera, my ISO is 200, okay? I don't go higher than 200. If you go higher than 200, what will happen is the lens, or is it the shutter or whatever, something opens up a bit bigger, right? Aperture or something. Something opens up a bit bigger, right? And it lets in more light. So if I increase my ISO on here to say 1000, it's set at 200, all of this behind me would brighten up as if the lights are on. But when you do that, what you'll get is noise. So if there is any dark bits anywhere, like you're getting a little bit down here, you will probably detect, depending on the quality of your monitor. If you've got a really good monitor, you won't see it. If you've got an old monitor, you might notice a little bit of like noise. They look like black. They look like smudged black marks, like smudgy marks creeping in. So I keep my ISO down. So many people are going, yes, set your ISO to be between 100 and 6000. And I'm like, what? Okay, that means you can see yourself in pitch black dark, but the noise, is ridiculous. Your footage will look stupidly ugly. Why would you go that high? Like you use that ISO when you're in space. You know, you're falling out of the spaceship and you're floating around, and then you go, hey, that's when you would use that kind of high ISO. I'd never go that high. The thing is though, mate, right, old fat trucker, okay, that's exactly what's kind of happened with this. Right before I've always seen this crop up in videos, people talk about it, and I've always gone, shall I not? I mean, I've been using that Insta Flow 360 Flow 2 gimbal over there, right? It's just, let me get my hand right. Is my hand in the right place? I think my hand is in the right place. No, there you go. I'm in the right place now. That there, yeah. But after a while, when it gets a bit annoying with like put your phone on and then set it up and all of that. It gets a bit annoying. So many videos about this. So many really good videos. And then you get it. I've done 3 video tests so far. I'm not impressed. I really am not impressed at all. Like, that ain't good. Like, seriously. I was like, that's quite shit, really. I mean, I don't know if I've got the footage still. Yeah, okay. Let me put this on screen, and I'm gonna let you form your own opinion, right? I'm gonna just excuse the fact that my hair looks like shit because I was just, right. So let me show you this, okay? Let me look at how bad why is this not full screen? Why is it not full screen? Oh, yeah, because I ain't done it on full screen. Oh, connected. Come on. Look how bad the quality of this is. Can you tell on screen? You might look at it and go, no, that looks all right. I'm telling you now, that does not look all right. It's grainy. Look over here. Look at that. Can you see? Can you tell? You think it looks crispy, John? Do you really? Do you think it looks crispy? Hair looks shit today, mate. I've got to get a haircut tomorrow. But it's I'm not impressed. I mean, look, if I'm gonna try. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Am I being over a perfectionist here? What do you think? Do you think I'm being a perfectionist here? What's your views? You know, so if anyone's watching, and I was really annoyed as well by the mono sound, but obviously in your video to editing software, you can improve that. Anyway, that's enough of that shit. Okay. So yeah, little grains. There's little grains there. There's grains there, and when I can see the grains, it annoys me. 1, 2. Is my lip sync out of sync? Can anyone just confirm? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is my lip sync out of sync? It looks like it's out of sync to me, but it might look okay to you guys at home. So let me know. Yeah, I mean, it is grayish, but that's just a color correction that needs to happen. Old Fat Trucker, you've noticed it doesn't look good. Too much exposure. Yeah, you see, that's the thing, Gail. I think it was too much exposure, so I've dialed it down. I've dialed it down, so it's not bad. So now I'm going to show you another version, okay? So this is another version now, okay? And this time I shut the curtains and I put my lights on. Let me just shut that down there. So this is now another version of me. And the colors aren't too bad, really. It's not too bad, but I don't know. This had less noise because I did lower the exposure a bit, but I did have my lights on, so I don't know. I have to test it out a lot more. But this is what I hate, you know. Whenever we were told that you're getting a new device and it's just plug and play, and in the old days it literally was plug and play. All right, plug and play, great. These days nothing is ever plug and play. These days it's like plug it in, now go through 2 hours of settings, play, then go back and refine the settings, play, then realize you've done it all wrong, play. There's no such thing as this like plug and play shit now. Yeah, Gail, I did that on purpose, the movement. I did that a lot because I was testing out the face tracking just to see how it was handling the movement a lot like that. And you're right, Old Fat Trucker, it just does not look good, does it? Something is not right. Yeah, okay, right. Let me just come back to the comments. Dennis, how are you? Sorry I didn't say hi to you. Hope you're okay. Palav, hope you're doing okay. Quavelove, I definitely was, and you answered my question. Did I answer your question? Hey Gary, how you doing? So this is what I'll be doing tonight. I'll be messing around with this device, trying, and that's the other thing as well, you know, that's the other thing as well, right? When you use stuff like this, you can review the footage on the screen, but on the screen, everything will look good because it's like a 1-inch screen. It's like a small screen. It's bigger than an inch, but it's small. When you transfer that to your Mac, now you get to see how good it is. And then you realize it's crap. Then you have to unplug, put it back in, change the settings, record, stick it back onto there, watch again. So there's a lot of fiddling to do, which is... And one of the reasons I actually got this was when I do my Elemental WordPress meeting in Leicester on October the 18th, I was going to have this kind of set up, and it can track me, and the microphone will pick up my sound, right? And it, you know, I don't have to take loads of equipment with me. I can just use that. And then I was going to download the video and all of that, and then edit it. Not edit it. I don't think I would edit it. I think I would just get out any bits at the beginning or end which are not needed, and I was gonna like share it on the YouTube channel, you know, so people get to see and hear what I covered in the meetup kind of things. I think that'd be quite good. Old Fat Trucker says it was never plug and play. It was plugged and download the drivers. Oh my God, those were the days, right? You plug it in, and it says driver update needed, and then you go to download it, and then it downloads, and then it goes cannot be downloaded, error. You go, what? What do you mean error? And because it won't download, that's it. You can't use your product, or you use an older version, but you actually want the new version because there was a firmware update to fix a previous issue. or to give you access to a new feature that you can't get until you download. Update works. Dennis, you got an Asus ProArt 34. It is, isn't it, Dennis? The 34 ProArt. That's what I've got. That's what Jeffrey from Lightbox has got. That's what we've got, the same one, the 34-inch ProArt. It is. You know when you brighten it up, and you know what I love about it is the buttons on the front. There's none of this like you have to like go through 29 buttons to do the brightness. You just hit a button and go up and down and then hit it again. So simple. And when you're recording videos, the brightness of your screen, you want to dull it down. Otherwise you get reflection on your face and stuff. It's so simple and easy. So easy. It's, and I love the tilt. I mean, it doesn't tilt all the way down. It'd be even better if it did. But the amount of tilt you get and the, you know, up, down and twist, all of that, it's really, really good. Brilliant. If anyone is thinking about getting a really good monitor, the Asus ProArt 34 is top quality. Old Fat Trucker says get a 8K. Yeah, they're quite pricey. The 8K PTZ cameras, anything of that quality is probably going to be close to, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000, pounds. They're not the sort of thing though that you can just walk around either. They're normally quite bulky and heavier as well. They're a little bit, you know, a bit more firmer. You've got it on a monitor arm. I got it for a good deal from €600. Oh, okay, yeah, I got mine. Well, I got this about a year and a bit ago. I think it was a year and a half. It might have been, it's over a year, about a year and a half. I think I got mine for $380. So obviously it's gone down in price now, but I think it was $380 or $360, something like that. And I actually prefer this than my 49-inch. When this 49-inch starts to break, I will get another ProArt, whatever is the latest version, and stick it over here. I would rather have, oh, is it? Yes, that's probably, oh, okay, cool. So I would love to have two of them, because sometimes when I'm stood over here and I'm on my stepper, right, as I'm exercising and I'm editing, I'm using this part of my 49-inch screen. And the color quality of that is no way as good as the color quality of the ProArt Asus 34. They are worlds apart. Like, seriously, worlds apart. And I realized that a lot of my earlier footage and some stuff I've recorded, like even cover art, I look at it now and I realize I'm more saturated. Like, oversaturated, sorry. And it's because this overcompensates in those colors, whereas this gives it to you as it needs to be. So after I've edited, I move it to this screen and then check, right, do the colors look okay and right, kind of thing. Yeah, Dennis, the whites are a bit warm. I'll give you that. They are a little bit warm, but I tend to brighten the screen up. Sony a6400 is more reasonable. Yeah, I mean, I've got the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, really, really good. But I find that if I just want something small and compact that I can carry around with me and then just take out and set it up and use it. Because, you know, like, because if you're in a cafe or you're somewhere and you just want to quickly put it up to look at, you know, do a quick recording, it's a bit more discreet. When you put your phone up on a gimbal, right, or a camera on a tripod or whatever, you're going to get people going, well, what's he doing? What's he recording for? I don't want to be in your footage. Oh my God, is he one of those TikTokers? Is he going to do something stupid? It gets people a little bit paranoid. And I can tell you now, in Syston, where I live, right, people are not used to, like in London, you know, if you're in London, you know, Korea, Hong Kong, loads of places, they'll be in New York, right, all of this, right? You will be used to seeing people recording themselves or walking around. It's quite common. In Syston, I have never seen anyone ever ever walk around with a gimbal or a camera on a tripod as they're walking around. Never. So I need to kind of show people it's okay in a discreet way. You're right, Dennis. You are. Well, that's what I've done, Dennis. I've invested in this, but I'm trying to work out what the best fucking settings are for this, and it's driving me mental. Can I give a big tip to everyone? Never open a really cold can of Pepsi Max that you are desperate for when you do a live chat. Because you spend so much time talking, you forget the can is there. And considering that I've been live now for 35-ish, 36 minutes, nearly 36 minutes, I've taken a few sips from this, but the longer you leave it, the fizz starts to fizzle out, right? So never ever put your favorite drink near you when you go live because you keep forgetting about it. From what you just showed, missing a bit contrast. Are you talking about the footage I showed, Dennis? It's missing a lot. Look, at the end of the day, okay, that footage just needs a bit of color correction, a LUT to be applied just to bounce the color up a little bit, you know, like or something. But right now the footage does not feel absolutely fantastic, which does annoy me a bit. Especially like, I mean, this plus the extra lenses plus the tripod. I needed another tripod for this, you see, just a good one. Something else. No, that was it. That came to a total of 600. Was it 590? I think it was 600 quid all in all. And I was like this as I was buying it. Do I really want it? Do I really need it? Am I going to use it? Am I going to regret it? I was really like, you know, do I do it? And then I went and did it. At first I was super happy, but today my excitement has come crashing down. But I need to just put it through its paces a bit more and test it out. No, Mike, I am. So I am still using OBS with my Sony camera over here. That is still my primary video recorder for tutorials. This is for out and about videos. Out and about if I'm you know, if I want to do a video about how to get clients, I don't have to always be here. I could, if I want, be anywhere I want and go, okay, let's just talk about clients and stuff. I could do the video anywhere. So I'm now no longer restricted, because I always feel like doing videos here all the time does get boring after a while, you know, and if you want to have a bit more freedom, you can do. So the Rode Videocaster replaced my use of OBS. Yeah, I mean, I really do still like OBS. It just, I think because I get it and I know exactly what I'm doing with it, and there's no reason for me to change from it. Yeah, I mean, the quality of the camera, though, from all of the footage I've seen, is meant to be brilliant. So there's something I'm not doing right. But that being said, a lot of people that get amazing footage on this tend to be outside. You know, when you watch a lot of these, in fact, can I just make a point? Right? Hey, Vanessa, I'm gonna come to your question in a minute. Have you noticed that a lot of YouTubers that do video reviews, right, DSLR cameras and all of that, right, very rarely do they do a proper side-by-side shot or comparison in the studio? They'll show you the camera, but they're recording with something else, and then they show you the footage when they're outside. I don't know about you, but if I want to take a lot of interest in a new DSLR mirrorless camera, I want to see the footage in a dark room. in a room with a key light and a fill light, in a room where you got loads of light. That's what I want to see. Because when you're outside, right, there's so many variables, and trying to mirror what you have, well, we can't. Because your location at that time of day with this amount of light or darkness and things playing in, that was right. I want to see, put it in a dark room so we can see what happens. I have to say though, Dennis, you know the Sony ZV-E10 with the Sigma 6715 whatever lens is really, really good in low light. I mean, right now I've just got a key light and a fill light on me. And that's only on ISO 200. If I was to put this on ISO 300, it's brilliant. It is. This is really, really good. Right. Okay. Vanessa's question, a bit off topic. Several years ago, you were a supporter of my listing. Have you? No, they're not, Vanessa. I still am. And in fact, Vanessa, over the weekend, I was reviewing videos I've done a long time ago. And I am not joking here, but I haven't done a my listing video, I think, for 2 years, maybe more than that. And my listing has changed in that time with a few new features and stuff. And it's about time I did a new my listing from A to Z video, like brand new website, fresh installation. Let's go through the settings systematically. Let's now work through what you would do. It's not about telling you how to build an Elementor website, but I will point out that my listing comes with a pre-built header, footer. I would recommend you get rid of that and build your own. So I would go through those steps. Where do you add the map? Where do you add the search thingy, toolbar, thingy-majy, searchy thing? How do you change it? How do you make it wider, bigger? All of that stuff. Some extra little code snippets that allow you to do more. How you can really control how you present the data back on the single post template, which is used for the listings and all of that. So funnily enough, you've said it, and actually, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that because you've put it there. That is one of the ones I feel like I need to redo. That video always used to do quite well, not in terms of views, but the impact. So many people would say there's videos out there, but they're either old or they skip stuff. You know, you do this, do this, do this, do. They never really explain why are we picking that. What happens if I don't pick that setting? What's the problem? But don't really do that. And that's something I've always felt is one of my strengths. People do say to me, I talk too much in the videos. And I always have to say to them, because I'm explaining it. If you want a quick click, 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 go there, yeah, drag this in, just check it over here, save, publish, then go and watch someone else. If you want to learn and understand, why did I set this image to be a object fit cover with object position center left? Why did I do that? Because of the layout. Maybe we have to do it to tick a box to say we've accomplished a client's goals or stuff like that. So I find that, I think that's why a lot of people sometimes like to still watch videos, because they know you're learning, but you're learning in a way that it should be easier to understand. And if you understand what you're learning, it sinks in better. If you just learn where to click, you might remember it, you might not. When you understand why you did that and what was the reason, that should be embedding itself within you quite a bit. For work, we started with Elementor Pro and Hello Theme. Never. I mean, I used to use Astra when I first started using Elementor. I was like Elementor, Astra, and then I realized, nah, I'm better off doing Elementor Pro, and Hello. Akami, quick question. You're in an agency. Should I focus more on social media posts and ads to get clients, or keep... Right, okay. DMing is going to piss people off. Okay? Each time you DM, each time you make a connection on LinkedIn and you send them a message, hey, let's get on a call, they're going to tell you to fuck off. I'll be honest here, right? Nothing against you, Akami, but each time I make a connection on LinkedIn and I get a private message going, oh, yeah, the world's a really bad place, but we've got this really cool product and it does X, Y, Z. Let's get on a quick call. I'm literally saying to the screen, fuck off, right? I did not connect with you so that we can start, having parties and online chats and stuff like that. When people email me out the blue, unless they've got a killer offer, which none of them ever do, I don't like it. DMing is only going to get you so far. Trust me, mate. And when you DM, you are now desperate. So let's say I've got money and I want to hire a video editor, but I haven't told anyone that. And then you come along and DM and go, I can edit your videos. Even though I want a video editor, I won't consider you because you're desperate. And when someone says to me, I'm really good at video editing, I do loads of stuff. Clients love what I do. Their YouTubes have shot through the roof. Their videos are getting millions of views. I am always like, then why the fuck are you DMing me? If you're so good, if you're so brilliant, you wouldn't have time to DM me. You'd be busy. You'd be making money. When you're good, you earn more. People forget this. People come to me, right? And they go, we can do your YouTube cover art and we'll do it for like $10. I'm like, if you're that good, why are you charging $10? You should be charging like 100, 150. You should be charging proper professional graphical artist rates. I'll do it for $10. Like, get out of it. But what I would say, Akami, right, going back to you, okay, DMing is only going to get you so far, all right? And then you get desperate, DMing every single person. That's all you do. Paid adverts will also only get you so far. I ignore sponsored adverts. When I see a sponsored advert, some of them will appear on Facebook. And, because they're paid to go on Facebook, you kind of go, yeah, okay, yeah. But when a company, right, is advertising for their services or whatever on Facebook or Google, I ignore them. Because I feel like, again, if you are claiming that we've got a brilliant solution and we've transformed business for so many people and we've changed lives, and when you drink this drink, you will lose weight and all of this. If you're so popular, why are you relying on sponsored ads? Why is it I have never heard about you, never seen you except sponsored advert? Because you could say, but Google do that. Sorry, not Google. McDonald's do that. Pepsi Max advertise. Of course they do. They want to be in the public eye. But I know about them. I already know they exist and whatever, right? So when they appear, it's not alarming. It's like, yeah, they're just trying to get their foot in the door and remind people of what they do. But so many people rely on adverts. And if it weren't for that advert, I would not know you exist, which means you're not exploiting TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other means. So why should I bother trusting you? Back to Akami, staying with you on this. So the final thing I want to say is social media posts, and that is where you should focus. You should focus on putting out reasonable, engaging posts on LinkedIn. And you need to engage with the commenters. Don't just use ChatGPT to write drivel with emojis and tick boxes and smiley faces and hashtags and really long hyphens. Everyone can see through that. But you need to be using Twitter, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Insta. Do videos. Video marketing is so massively good at the moment. You're right, Mario. Sponsored ads require very deep pockets. Vanessa says, Vanessa's using my listing mainly because it integrates with Elementor. Absolutely. When I was looking at potential directory plugins, right, I looked at My Listing, Listing Pro. I looked at GeoDirectory. I looked at Aventor. I looked at easily at least 12, and I bought quite a few as well. Really tested them out, and time again, even though it wasn't absolutely perfect, it was far better than everything else that I was testing against, and I'm glad I went with it. I'm glad I went with it. But yeah, I mean, no plans for an updated video yet, Vanessa, but now that I know there's interest, I will try to see what I can do in the next 2 weeks. No promises, but I will try to see what I can do. I'll try and see what I can do because it's been a while since I did it, and the last time I did a video must be 2.5 years ago now. The world of my listing has moved on compared to what I did there. And as you know, I will try to show you how to use it without you having to go and get other third-party premium plugins and stuff like that. And always keep it simple. I've seen some directory websites that are so busy with every feature and widget that they could possibly cram in there that I spend more time looking at the features than the point of the website, which was to hopefully get you to search, go to a listing, and hopefully contact them. But I do just need to do a bit more globalized testing of I've always found with a My Listing theme, I'm never fully convinced with the whole when you add a contact form on there and you can click it and then you can contact the company. I've never found that very robust. So I need to find a good way to do stuff. Hey, Chris Lava, how are you doing? I was about to say something and I've forgotten what it was now. Sometimes I have to remind myself it's Friday. I actually thought it was Friday yesterday, and then I realized it's today. And now yeah. Sometimes I like Fridays because obviously you ease down a bit, and then I hate Fridays because I know that my son won't be at school tomorrow. So my production rate or what I want to be working on or what I really want to hit hard and get done sinks down. You know, that's life, isn't it? Francesco, I'm well, thank you very much. It has hit me to the news about Framer bringing on the pages introductory, which designs right about might be giving Figma a run for the need to have a look. Framer? Are you talking about Framer? You mean Framer, right? Yeah. I don't use Framer and I don't use Figma. I have used Figma in the past, but I don't use either of them. I just find that there's loads of benefits to using tools like that. There's nothing wrong with them. I just find that if I was going to use them, I would be forcing myself to use them in a way. Are you pen pot? Do you really, Dennis? And I find that unless I am passionate about using something, I just don't bother. Many times people will tell me about a new plugin that does X, Y, Z. And I'm like, no, I'm all right, don't need it. You know the admin and site enhancement plugin? So many people use it. It's really good. But I have my code snippets. I have my way of doing stuff. I just don't see how that plugin is going to benefit me or my clients, kind of thing. But there's nothing wrong with using something at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with it. If it helps you or your clients or your business, you know, and there's positives and pros for it, then just go with it. Never ever listen to someone else and what they say you should and should not use, right? Like I might do a tutorial while I'm using WooCommerce. You don't have to use WooCommerce. You could just go use Shortcart or something else, and we've got Fluent Carts coming out later. Or don't even use any of them. Maybe your flow and your funnel is so simple in terms of how you're going to communicate between them and raising orders and fulfillment centers and stuff like that. You could build something out using ChatGPT or even just have a form with an address area and a button, and then they fill it in, and then it you know, you have like a pay by PayPal or Stripe in there, which you can do using Elemental Forms. I did a video on that. You can go watch it. You could do that. And you don't even have to use e-commerce solution. But e-commerce solutions can massively help you out when you're trying to deal with refunds or scale up your shop and stuff like that. Olfat Tracker, when I design a site to show to a client to get approval, I do it in Elementor. When I decide, oh, sorry, I was reading it and I kept feeling like I'm not following it, but yeah, I get that, yeah. And that's the reason why I don't do Figma, because number one, if the client's going to pay for that extra bit, great. But then I feel like I just get stuck in a loop with constantly redoing the designs. So I just can't be bothered with it. You know, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. I just can't be bothered. Any recommendation for a request a quote plugin? Ooh. I need to remind myself. Yes. Which one? Let me just quickly do a search, right? Because there is one. I can't remember. Oh, come on, keyboard. My keyboard's not working. There was one I used on someone's website. I hope they didn't take it off. If they've taken it off, they've taken it off, which is annoying. But there was one we used, and it was absolutely perfect. What's going on? It's not working. Hello? Sorry, just wait a minute. The URL's down. Why is the URL? No, it's not. It's because I put the wrong one in. I forgot that my client's URL is .uk, not .co.uk. Anyway, I'm just going to have a quick check because we did use something after I did a bit of testing. And I've got a feeling they've not got it on now, I bet. What did we use? No, it's not on there anymore. Ah, here we go. It's this plugin here. Let me get it for you. It's this plugin here. Here we go. Right, you can use this one for free. And this is the plugin we used, and it works really, really well. I mean, people are going to recommend loads of stuff, but I found this one worked really, really well. It's the name of the plugin. I'll stick it down as well, because I did a bit of testing for what we wanted to go for, and it was, this is the plugin over here. It's a product inquiry for WooCommerce, because it's for WooCommerce, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's a pretty decent one to go for. Yeah, try that one out, John. Francesco, oh no, sorry, I'll come back to you, Francesco. Webrizer, is the forms from Elementor Pro good enough? It is. You could use Clean Talk, you can use Honeypot. I use WP Armor. I pay annually for a license. That is bloody damn good. You know, there's many ways you can try and reduce the spam on your website, but you know what? I don't think any solution is totally bulletproof. Figma is more for product. I love it so much. We use it. Yeah, I mean, I know so many people that use Adobe XD or Figma Frame or whatever they want to use as well, alongside or instead of, with Elementor and all of that. And I always say you go with the building process that you are most comfortable with. End of. That's how simple as it gets. Just always go with what works with you and what you're happy with. End of. That's all you got to worry about. Never worry about what anyone else says or does or suggests. Yeah, I mean, Forminator used to be my favorite form plugin as well, Gail. Forminator used to be my favorite, especially when it had that pay with PayPal and all of that option inside of it. It used to be my favorite. And I remember we had someone who wanted a shop and they were selling baseball caps, sandals, sunglasses, and I think it was wristbands or something around the neck, lanyards. I can't remember, something like that. And they were never ever going to sell more than that. So in the end, we just gave them Forminator with the form, Inside of Forminator, they have their product, quantity, total, because Forminator allows you to do so many calculations. Then you have total, pay with PayPal or Stripe or whatever, right? And that was it. That was their sales process. You know, they had one page, they're selling 4 items kind of thing, and there's no variables. It's just one size, you know, for the hat, one sandals, slippers. I think they had, yeah, small, medium, large or something like that. And that was it, you know, and what was it? I can't remember now. Sunglasses. Yeah, sunglasses as well, right? And that was it. And that was it. It was really stupid. It was really stupid. I never actually liked that website. I hated it because, like, it was like the way he wanted it to look. I was like, yeah, this ain't going to convert very well. It's not going to convert very well. And it didn't. It did for a few weeks, and then it died a death. And it's because he never did any marketing ever, even on it ever. And I said, well, what do you expect? Once those people have bought their glasses or baseball cap, I don't think they're going to come back to you and buy another pair of glasses and a baseball cap. They're gone. You know, you told your mates, they all came and bought it, but no one else is. Google reCAPTCHA, yeah, Google reCAPTCHA. The thing is, though, nothing is perfect, is it? Nothing is perfect. Look, I've been live for 1 hour, 1 minute now. I want to say thanks to everyone that's been here. Do appreciate it for everyone that joins the live chats. Didn't do one this week, but I thought, let me just get one done today. My son will be home soon, so I just need to check up on him. If anyone saw my LinkedIn post yesterday, or if you go to our channel, go and look at the post I put yesterday on WordPress about how much time I have spent this week looking after my son or doing stuff to help him. And that will give you a different aspect about me. Because so many people think I've got tons of free time. They think I've got loads of time to record, you know, do projects, do this, investigate that, mess around and all of this, equipment, buying stuff, you know, exercising. People think I've got loads of time and they have no idea about all the extra I've got to do on top. So if you did not see, I know you don't, Dennis, but if you did not see the post I put on YouTube yesterday, so if you go to the YouTube channel, go to community or posts, whatever it's called, you'll see it because I only did it yesterday. Have a read of that because I might open your eyes as to just what else I'm having to do and work with. But yeah, Francesco says, I talk to my colleagues about Elementor. They look at me funny. Hey, look, at the end of the day, right, people might look at you funny when you say you use WordPress. Do you know what I mean? People will look at you funny if you tell them you use Canva. People will look at you funny if you say, people used to look at me funny when I was using my old iPhone X as my webcam. What? What are you doing that for? And I was like, but it works. It does the job, right? Well, it does the job. So don't you worry about it, all right? Don't you worry about it. Okay, everyone, I'm going to jump off now. Son will be home soon. I just got to look after him, help him out, check he's okay. You know, if he's had a bad day, give him a pep talk and pick him up and all of that. And obviously, I am going to fucking crack this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I do not mean crack it open. I mean crack to get the best fucking quality out of this piece of fucking £600 shit in my hand. Stressed out now, stressed out. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Okay, everyone, look, take care. See you all soon. Have fun. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.